Okay. Good afternoon, all. And today I'm going to talk about causative verbs. Uh, in grammar or while making sentences, sometimes we have to make some sentences to express some special ideas. Then that time to make the sentence, we need three verbs, which are called causative verbs. And the verbs are have, get, and make. And this time, I'm going to read the written or printed one there. A causative verb is a word which is used when the speaker does not carry out the action himself or herself, but causes others to work for him or her the something to happen. Okay. See here the difference between the active voice or in voice and causative. Last time I suggested you to learn all the structures of tense because we need to compare and we need to use them in active voice, passive voice, and in causative verbs and conditional or if sentence, or even in the narration or reported speech, we use all that same tense. Okay. Here, in active voice or in voice, what we do, the subject himself, the speaker himself, or the doer of action himself does something, or speaker does something. Here, doer of action means here will be agent, but here the subject, like in tense you see, or in active voice you see, Ram writes a letter. See, Ram speaks or Ram is speaker there, Ram is subject there, and Ram writes a letter. Letter is written by Ram, you see, in passive. So Ram has to do something himself, or if the subject is female, then should do or does something herself. Herein, causative, the same subject does not do anything, but it makes or causes others do something. Here, I'll be talking about the examples later. So we have here the subject or the speaker who does something or who makes or causes something happen or to be done by somebody or by others here. In active voice, the speaker does, the subject does. But in causative verb, the subject or the speaker doesn't do. Rather, the speaker makes other do. See here. We have here four structures. We have four structures, and these four structures also can be concluded in three as well. See, number one, subject plus have, has, having, had. Okay, any form there can be. Okay, there may be used of what we have. So verb have, and there can be get also. Get, gets, getting, got. See, the gap you see, subject plus and have slash, had slash, and then what the slash. Okay, then get slash. And from these all alternatives, any word may be used. See, to remember, you have to just do, you have to remember only have and get. And the form can be different. Okay, the present, you see past, past participle, present participle, like that, V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. The forms may be any, okay, but they are taken as the have form and get form here. And after this one, there is a plus. And after plus, object slash thing or person. And it is clarified that who is not the doer of action. Here, object is used, thing is used, or person, anything, anyone may be used. But who is not the doer, who doesn't do anything. Like in teaching, where teach means do something. And teacher, the person who teaches, like doer means person who does. Okay, doer means who does something. It's a noun. Here, person. So that after you write subject plus have or get any form. Then plus, what do you write? Object, thing, or person. See, that person should not be the doer of action. Which not the should not be the doer of action. Should be not the doer. See. Then after present participle V3 plus present participle verb 3. Then by plus agent. Whether there is by plus agent, we don't see. Up to present participle, the sentence should be there. Here, see, I have get my shoes polished. According to the structure, I am going to justify you the structure here. Subject I, have and get. These two verbs, they are in V1 because the subject is first person singular, where we use have, not has, get, not gets. Okay. If there were, see, subject, he, she, it, okay, singular noun, then we would be using has and gets. Okay. So we have to follow the tense here. So I have or get anyone. My shoes. Shoes means object. Shoes does not do anything. Shoes means shoes is not the doer of action. Already in this structure I have here shown. Okay. So shoes is not the doer of action. So that the someone here, past participle plus by plus agent, means the agent does something upon this object. So that my shoes plus police, not police, polished. D3. Past participle means the policeman who does, okay, who polishes. Okay. So next one, I had or got, B2. I had or got, C. My watch, this is object, and repaired, V3, repaired. But by whom? By a watchmaker. So here is by plus agent. So by a watchmaker is agent here. So that I had got, or I had or not had got together, either had or got. Okay, one verb. Have, get, and make are three causative verbs. So that here we had or got in both. So we write the thief here. The thief arrested, though the thief is person. Though the thief is person here. But the person thief doesn't do anything. Who does? Policeman does. What policeman do? Policeman arrests. Arrest. Okay. So that we had or we got the thief arrested by a policeman. See here, one example. Subject plus have or get plus object, thing, or person with not the doer action plus present participle verb 3 plus by plus agent. Okay. So this is one. And we have other three structures here. But structure 2 and 4, you see. 2 and 4 can be just what concluded. They can be written together. See, we may not make, we may write in one structure as well, but to make you feel easy, okay, while reading, so the same number has been divided into 4. Okay, so number 2 you see here, subject plus have, has, having, had. See, in the above sentence, in the first structure 2, subject plus have, has, having, had, plus, but what is different? Agent. That person is here agent. Okay, person, the person is agent. And agent is what? Doer. He should do something. She should do. In the first structure, the agent is not doer the action. Agent is not the doer of action, but here is active who does something. So that here agent is active. So that the structure is different. See, different from the first one. So then plus bare infinitive, that is verb 1 without 2. See, after agent, we can't write 2 in the use of have. Okay, so then we write V1 only. In fourth sentence as well. Fourth structure, you see there, the same. subject plus make, makes, making, made plus agent, okay, doer of action plus bare infinitive, that is verb 1 without 2, means number 2 and 4. If there is the causative verb have and causative verb make, then there comes the agent in both structure and plus we write V1, but we don't use TO2. Where we use 2? In number 3, you see, third structure. First, second structure, I give you a read example. He had his sister clean the room, not to clean, okay? In have and make, we don't use to after the agent. He had his sister clean the room, and in next to, in the what, in the sentence, you see, in the sentence, in the structure number 4, example you see, the teacher made the students work hard. The teacher made the students work hard, not to work hard. Make him show for the, okay, exam, like that. See, not to. We don't use to. In structure number 3, there is little bit different. Number 2 and 4 have, when the causative verbs have and make, then we use agent. If there is agent, then we write V1, not 2. Okay. So in next number 3, see here, in number 3 structure, subject plus get, gets, getting, got. And you may ask why, what is different in number 1 and 3? See, the difference is in 1 and 3. In 1 also get, gets, getting, got, you see it. In number 3 also gets, getting, got, okay, got. But here after plus, then there is a object, thing and person who is not the doer of action. But in number 3, instead of that, not the doer, but here is agent, so doer of action. See, we write doer. The agent should be active. Agent does something. Okay, so that here doer. So that this is what number 3, third structure. And plus 2 infinitive. See, in number 2 and 4, there is bare infinitive without a what 2. Okay, only infinitive, that is V1. What here in number 3, when there is a use of get and the agent is doer, not the object or the not the what person who is not doer, rather the agent who is doer. So we write 2 plus V1. Okay, 2 doer plus 2 plus V1. So here, see the example. He got his sister to clean the room. In other structure, number 2 and 3, we didn't use to, but here we use to clean the room. Because you see, in number 1 and 3, there could be same, but in number 1, second example, you see, we had or got. Okay, we got the same. Okay, number 3, the thief is here not the doer. Thief means policeman did something upon thief, so that the thief remains here, the passive, not the doer, not the doer. In number 3, we got the cow. Okay, we got the cow to eat the grass. So eat, to eat, does something, eating. It should not be what person, human. So if the dog, we got the dog to bark. Okay, to bark, like that. See, these are the examples. Okay, here I'm going to talk about few questions and answers so that you'll be clear, and I'll be asking you. Okay, here things to do in exercise 1. Number A, I got my brother to invite his friend on his birthday. I got my brother. My brother is here active. Here my brother does something. Okay. Okay, my brother is agent. I plus get, got, gets, getting, got plus agent is doer. So my brother is doer. What he does? He invites his friend on his birthday. So here is to invite from the alternative. And number B, the driver had his car painted. See, painted. How? The driver is subject, had is what? The causative verb. The first, according to the structure, this is what the driver, subject plus has, having, had. Here is had, and then object. His car is not the doer here. So his car is object, remains not the doer. It doesn't do anything. The car doesn't do itself anything. So that his car is not the doer of action. Object. So the driver had his car painted, okay, in the workshop. According to the first structure, rule number 1, structure number 1. The first sentence or question number A is related to the structure number 3. See here. Number C, Mohan got his goat killed. Okay, killed. Though here is got, but not to kill. Why? Mohan is subject, God is causative verb, and his goat. Okay, God doesn't do anything here. The goat what doesn't kill anything. Rather, what happens is that the goat is killed by somebody else. So that the here the his goat, that boat is the passive one, the not the doer of action. So that Mohan got his goat killed according to the first structure. See here. Number D. It's time to have car. It's time to have the car serviced. How? Means have is used here. The car is object, not the doer of action. So serviced. Okay. Then number A. Ramesh got me. Me here. Me means we. I. Okay. I is active here. Ramesh got me. Me does something. Okay. Me what? Me does. To look after. Okay. To look after his child. Here to look after. Because God is here, according to the structure number 3, then we use 2 plus V1. So that to look after. Number F. Now the next example of the causative of that is make. Then after I'll ask you the question. See. The teacher always makes us write down the notes. Not to write, not writing. The teacher always makes us write down the notes, not to write. According to the structure number 4, and after the agent is the doer of action, then we use V1, bare infinitive, that is V1, write only. Okay, so the teacher always makes us write down the notes.